Hello to all champions, hello to all NEET 2026 warriors, future doctors. So my dear champion, as you all can see on screen, here today in this video I have come up with very important topic, NEET 2026 MCQ guessing strategy. If you think NEET MCQ guessing is just random, so my dear champion, you all are wrong. Please dispel this misconception from your mind, because if you are guessing any question, if you are guessing any correct answer in MCQ in your NEET exam, so your guessing should be very smart, very systematic and very strategically, right? So in this video I am going to show you the best way to guess your correct answer without taking any unnecessary risk. That will give you short 4 marks and that will reduce the risk also, my dear champion. So let's start this important video, NEET 2026 guessing strategy. So the first point comes here. First rule, never guess blindly. Some student, he or she used to do guess the correct answer just blindly without seeing the question perfectly, without going through the question language over there. So don't do this, my dear. You all know the pattern of NEET exam. The correct answer will give you 4 + 4 marks and the wrong answer will lead you deduction of -1 marks also, because negative marking is there. So never guess blindly. This is the first thing that you should keep in mind. The biggest mistake students make is this: I don't know anything. If I don't know anything, let me do anything. Let's mark A. Let's fill the bubble of B. Let's see do. Don't do this. Don't take risk. Instead, you can leave the question unattempted. Don't fill the bubble, but don't fill the bubble blindly, because it may lead cost to your marks and your rank. Okay, so this is very dangerous. So because in NEET +4 marks for correct answer and -1 will be deducted for your wrong answer. Okay, so random guessing on any questions can seriously reduce your score. So don't do this. Instead, just leave the question unattempted. Don't do anything with that question. So look, I have brought up an example here. This question, this is from dual nature of light, you all know. So the question is, this is from electro effect. Okay, photoelectric effect basically. So the question is, the work function of a metal is 3 volt, 3 electron volt. Light of energy 2 electron volt is incident on it. What will happen? So you know what happens in this question? Most of the student will take the wrong option here. Look at the question. If the work function of the metal is 3 electron volt and the light which is incidentating having 2 electron volt of energy, so look at the options. Electron will be emitted with some kinetic energy, electron will be emitted with 0 kinetic energy, and no electrons will be emitted. Electrons will be emitted with high kinetic energy. So student might be thinking light of energy is 2 electron volt. Oh, something is falling, something is striking on the metallic surface, so electron will leave. Electron will eject from the metallic surface. No, my dear champion. If the work function is 3 electron volt and the light which is incidenting is 2 electron volt, so no photoelectric emission will occur, because the work function is the minimum energy required to eject the electron from the metallic surface. So the option C will be correct answer. No electron will be emitted. So you cannot mark the correct answer blindly here. Yes, my dear, if light is falling, if the light of 2 electron volt energy, 2 electron volt is incidenting, it doesn't mean that the emission will start, the photoelectric phenomena will start. Doesn't mean. You have to go through each and every option. If you are confused, if you are having a lot of confusion into just choose the correct answer from these 4 options, don't fill the bubble blindly. Instead, leave the question as it is. So this is very important. So my dear champion, golden rule is, if you know absolutely nothing about a question, it is usually better to leave it, because this is NEET. So in such exams like NEET and JEE, if you are confused, if you are not sure about your answer, so just leave the question as it is. So guess only when you can eliminate at least 1 or 2 options. So when we have to guess the correct answer, if I have come up with this video, it doesn't mean in every question you will be start guessing every question. No, don't do this. So guessing, when the student used to guess, the student always used to attempt all the easy question which looks very comfortable for the student to get the correct answer. After doing all those questions, the remaining question which looks very difficult, very challenging, the calculation is so lengthy, formulas required there. So in such question, student used to guess. So always attempt the easy question first, which will surely give you the marks, which will lead you to enhance your score, to give you good rank in exam. But always follow these things, guessing anything, random guessing or whatever is there, smart guessing. Guessing will always should done after attempting all the easy question that looks very easy and comfortable to you. Okay, so the first is guessing strategy, use option elimination. Very important. Use option elimination. Sometime instead of solving mathematically, if I talk about especially in physics, some question you guys can go through the options also. Before solving the question, you have read the question. Now before solving the question, you can go through the options also. Elimination option, if 4 options are there, you can eliminate one option, so there will be 3 options will be left there, and if you eliminate 2 options, only 2 options will remaining there. So use options elimination method. Why? Which options are definitely wrong? So the option which is definitely wrong, please eliminate that option. So only 2 options will live there. So options that are scientifically impossible, contradict NCERT facts if the option is beyond NCERT facts, beyond your theoretical portion. So please ignore that. Our extreme statements means always, never, like such words comes up sometime in question in biology especially. Okay, are from a completely different concepts. So if 4 options come down to 2, your chance becomes much better. Now you might be thinking, sir, how to eliminate, sir? We don't know how to eliminate the options. So let me tell you. So I have brought up a question here. Look at this question from AIPMT 2010. So I have, this is the proof here, and this is AIPMT, All India Pre-Medical Test 2010. So we can solve this question by elimination method, option elimination. Let me show you. The dependence of acceleration due to gravity, g on the distance r from the center of the earth. So initially the body is at the center. Do you know, my dear champion, in earth, at the center of the earth, acceleration due to gravity is always 0. So when r is 0, this distance r is from center, like this. So if we are here at the center, so r will be 0. So if r is 0, the acceleration due to gravity will be 0. So now look at all the options. Where is the r0? So if here is r0, so acceleration is 0. Here is r0, acceleration is 0. And here r is 0, but acceleration due to gravity is here, which is not possible. Similarly here, if r is 0, acceleration due to gravity is here, which is not possible. So these 2 options will be eliminated. Only we have 2 options. So whether the answer will be this or this, only 2 options are left here. Getting my point? So if your concept is clear, you can eliminate the options. Now 50-50 chances are there. Before, when 2 options were included, 25% chances were there. But now only 50% chances are there, because you have only 2 options. Whether the answer will be this or now, you can guess your smart guess you can apply here. Whether the answer will be this or this. Otherwise, answer is this for this question. This is the answer, because when we move from center to surface of the earth, acceleration due to gravity is proportional, directly proportional to r, and out of the radius, out of the surface of the earth, the acceleration due to gravity is inversely proportional to, but a square form. So r will go inversely but exponentially function. So this should be the straight line, because g is directly proportional to r. So this option will be correct. So look, my dear champion, we have solved the question from Neet. Even old question, this is from 2010. So you guys can also follow elimination method. So you should go through the options. Now if we move, so remember, don't search for the correct answer. First eliminate the wrong ones first. So my dear champion, don't rush to direct correct options, correct answer. Don't do this. Just go to the elimination procedure. Follow the elimination method. You guys can eliminate 2 options, and the percentage, the possibility to get the correct answer will be increased. Getting my point? Okay. The second is trust NCERT language. For biology, NCERT language is very important. So in any MCQ question in NEET exam, if you are getting a language which is beyond NCERT, which is not reliable to NCERT, and few options are there which is related to NCERT language, right? So always give priority importance to the NCERT language. So for biology, NCERT is a king, my dear champion. So if one option looks familiar because it sounds like exact NCERT wording, and another looks fancy but unfamiliar, so usually the NCERT based options has a better chance that that option will be the correct answer, right, my champion? So a lot of students lose marks because they overthink biology and ignore textbook phrasing. So don't ignore your NCERT textbook phrasing, very important in NCERT. So in biology MCQ guessing, trust textbook based language, avoid options that sounds too twisted or over explained. So in generally it is found that the language which looks very fancy, very decorated, I can say over explained, that option is not correct. Generally the option which is look very familiar, simple, whose phrasing is very connected to NCERT textbook, that looks correct answer. So I think you should follow this also, sometime it will helping you all. So choose the some closest to standard NCERT wording. Now third is use unit and value check in physics and chemistry. Yes, my dear champion, you can also go through the units. Units also plays very important role. Unit of the answer, sign of the answer, approximate magnitude, and whether the value is realistic or absurd. For example, if the answer should be small and one option is exactly huge, you can reject it. Sometimes approximation alone can eliminate 2 or 3 options. This is especially useful in physics. Let me give you one example here. Look at this question. Look at this question. A satellite of mass m is orbiting the Earth at a height of h from its surface. The total energy of the satellite in terms of g, the value of acceleration due to gravity at Earth's surface will be what, my dear champion? So this is the question. Here in this question, we are talking about satellite, and the satellite is orbiting in its orbit. Right, satellite is orbiting in its orbit surrounding the Earth. So do you know, here we are talking about total energy. So the student whose concept is clear about total energy of satellite, the total energy of satellite is always negative. I'm not talking about here what will be the exact formula. Just go through this. If you don't know this, you cannot eliminate the options. And the student who know the concept of satellite, so he or she know the total energy of satellite always comes in negative form. The sum of potential energy, gravitational potential energy, and the sum of kinetic energy is equal to minus gmm by 2r. That is the formula, right? And it always comes in negative. So if you know the total energy of satellite is in negative form, it means that this option will be eliminated and this option will be eliminated, because this is in positive form, this is in positive form. Only these two options are negative form. Right, so sometimes sign of the answer also plays a vital role, very crucial role into increase the possibility to guess the correct answer, my champion, without taking any risk. Because here in this question we are talking about total energy, and total energy of satellite is of course negative, minus. So only 2 options are there. Now you can guess, because now the chances are higher comparatively to previous, when we are including these 2 options as well. Now the chances are higher to get the correct answer here, because we are talking about here total energy of satellite, which always comes in negative form. Wow. Now next is use formula direction, not full solution. Sometimes you don't require to go through complete solution and all. Sometimes just putting the formula and just looking at the options and the values, you can get the correct answer. You don't require to go to the lengthy calculation, multiplication, addition, and whatever. You don't require that. So my dear champion, look at this question. Direct proportional, inversely proportional, increase, decrease, and positive or negative terms will give you the answer. Look at the question here. The radius of Martian orbit around the sun is about 4 times. So here we are talking about the radius of Mars orbit. It means we are talking about Martian orbit, means the orbit in which Mars takes orbiting, takes revolution. Okay, so the radius of Mars is equal to, here is equal to 4 times the radius of the orbit of Mercury. Oh my God, radius of Mercury. And here the Martian year, it means the time of Mars is equal to 687 Earth days, and we have to calculate here the length of Mercury. The length of 1 year of Mercury means we have to calculate the time. Do you know Kepler's third law? The student who know the Kepler's third law can solve this question easily. T square is directly proportional to R cube. Whose radius is greater, time will be greater. Radius is smaller, time will be smaller. So if radius of Mars here is 4 times the radius of Mercury, it means the time period of Mars will be also greater than the time period of Mercury here. So the time period of Mars is 687. So what will be the time period of Mercury? Less than this. So these two options will be eliminated here, because 720 Earth days and this is 550 Earth days here, and here this is 687 Earth days. Yeah, this will be eliminated, this will be included, 550 will be included because 550 is a bit smaller than 687. But come on champion, now at least your one option has eliminated, because Mars orbit, Martian orbit is having radius 4 times the radius of the Mercury orbit, right? So the time period of Mars will be greater than the time period of Mercury. So only 3 options are there. Your answer, whether this will be answer, this will be answer, and this will be answer. Now you can use this formula, T square proportional to R cube. Right, my champion? So you can go if your concept is clear, you can also use your smart and clever guessing tricks. Otherwise, sometimes this guessing strategy will not always work. So my dear champion, don't follow this video blindly also. This is when you will apply this guessing strategy, when all the doors has closed, there is no way. You are not able to get the answer, you have stuck somewhere, you are not able to do mathematical calculation there, you are not recalling the formula, everything is collapsed, everything is stuck, you are not getting anything, you are so confused over there. In such situation, always apply the smart strategy to get your smart guessing strategy to get your correct answer. Okay, never change an answer without reason. Sometimes most of the students, lot of students do this, like initially in first attempt he took the correct option as option number A, and after few seconds they start thinking, oh my god, option number, it looked like no option, oh, and they rechange the answer. Now they used to fill the bubble of second, third option or fourth option there, just due to panic, just due to your confusion. You are not assurance, you are not assured, you are still doubtful about your answer, you are not confident about your answer. So this is the lack of clarity and concept, my dear champion. So many students mark the correct option first, then change in the panic. So that is one of the most painful mistake in NEET. Don't do this. The option would have been, might be the option correct that has ticked initially, that may be correct answer. So don't do this, don't change your options frequently, don't change your mind frequently. Yeah, this will be the answer, that will be the answer. Don't do this. Always stick with one. The options which looks very confident to you. So if your first answer was based on logic, concept or elimination, don't change it unless you find a clear mistake. So if you got the clear mistake, yeah, there is some mistake, then you can change the answer. But if you are changing just because of panic, your concept is not clear, the guessing, the option, that the second option that you are giving value to, that is not logical, that seems just illogical. Just because of panic you are switching to the other option. So don't do this, my dear champion. Do not let stress override your thinking. Do not let stress override your thinking. So rule is, change an answer only if you have a solid reason, not a bad feeling. So don't change your answer in such a way. Look at the example here, just based on this guessing strategy. The first question is E naught is equal to 0.76 minus 0.76 electron volt, and this is E naught is equal to plus 0.34. So this will be cathode, standard potential of cathode, because this is in negative form, and this will be the cathode, and this will be the anode, because this is it is having less standard potential. So what will be the standard EMF of the cells? Do you know standard EMF cell? E naught cell is equal to E cathode minus E anode. Now if we solve this question, E cathode is 0.34 minus 0.76, which is already negative. So what we are getting here? We are getting here 1.0 electron volt, 1.0 volt here. So this is the answer. Now student got the answer, but he or she, now I don't know why they started overthinking. Yeah, my answer is 1 electron. No, negative is there. No, minus 1 volt will be the answer. No, 1 electron volt will not be the answer here. So because of this panic and over stress, my dear champion, your answer was correct because you followed the correct formula. You got the correct value. Can you please solve here? 96400 carry 1 and 640 carry 1. Yeah, this is 11. 1.1 will be the answer, right? So 1.1. So your 1.10 volt is correct answer. But due to the panic, overthinking, stress, and the the shufflement and shuffling of negative and positive sign, the confusion of negative positive sign, now you will be switching to the next option. Oh my god, no, minus 1.0 volt will be the answer, because you are not sure about this formula, E naught cell is equal to E cathode minus E anode. So after a few minutes you will be switching to this minus 1.10 volt, and that will be very, very dangerous for you, because this this approach will destroy your marks. You will not be able to score +4, and instead of getting +4 marks, your -1 will be deducted there, just because of wrong answer, wrong attempt there. So always make sure to guess your correct answer after logical approach. Your smart learning should be there. Okay, so when to start guessing? So this is very important. Guess only after finishing easy questions. Don't start guessing just from the first question. You got the question paper in examination hall and you start following this method. Oh, I saw the video uploaded on Diksha Karnataka channel. Oh, sir has told me this procedure, so I should follow the things. No, don't do this. Don't follow my instruction, not at all. I'm giving you the instruction and approach and the best way to guess your MCQ when you have stuck, when nothing is there, everywhere is dark, no formula is working there, no door is closed there, everything is dark, blackout is there. You're not able to get the answer. You have stuck fully, completely. Now in that crucial phase, in that situation, you can start your smart guessing strategy over there. So don't follow this. So guess only after finishing easy questions. This keep your score safe and your mind call. So do not waste time guessing during the first round. In the first round, solve what you know. So solve all the easy question first. Please go through the question paper and prioritize the question which looks very familiar, very easy and very confident to you. You can get the answer comfortably. Follow all the question first and build confidence, because when you start getting correct answer, attempting the starting easy question, these questions will give you the confidence, lot of confidence to fight with the lengthy question also, to tackle with the hard question, difficult question also. So if in the beginning you get motivated, you get energetic, so you will be able to tackle all those questions also, which will be looking like high standard question, so secure easy marks. So my dear champion, don't start guessing from the very first question. Don't do this. Always follow this. Solve what you know, build confidence, and that will secure your easy marks. Then in the second round, come back to the doubtful questions and apply elimination method that I have told you everything. So thank you so much all the future doctors for watching this video, and follow this channel and do comments whatever the problem that you are still facing in this crucial phase of time, because you all are now very close to your exam. You are just, I think, 10 to 15 days away from your NEET exam, that is on 3rd of May. So you might having lot of question, lot of problem, difficulty shuffling in your mind. So my dear champion, you can ask, you can put your query and problem, your concern in comment section. I'll be looking out to each and every query and comment that I'm getting from you all. Thank you so much. Stay blessed and all the very best for your NEET 2026 exam.